How's it going, guys? Topic for today's video, the number one guru that I follow on YouTube. So the number one guru that I follow is, his name's dman. He runs a cool channel called Unconventional Living. No, but honestly, number one guru that I follow now is myself. It's kind of weird because I used to be a big fanboy. I used to really look up to other people, and whatever they said didn't matter if it made sense or anything like that. But I kind of like hypnotized myself, and I was like, whatever they said is, I took it as like the truth. And I would parrot that information to other people as well, as if it was the truth, right? And it's that way of thinking that I think is a bit of a problem in our society, right? It's a bit of a problem. We look up to these people and we really idolize them, and we try to be like them, right? We try to we see them, oh wow, they look like they're successful, right? Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, maybe they're fulfilled, maybe they're not fulfilled, right? But we look at them and we're like, wow, these people are amazing. Especially like celebrities and stuff like that. We look at these celebrities, or we look at these people who have a lot of followers on like YouTube or something like that. We think that these people have got it all, and that whatever they say is the truth. It's like whatever they say is just like spewing like the Bible or something. Like it's just like the truth, right? It's just all coming out of their mouth. It's just all golden truth, right? But you have to understand that everybody is still technically a human being, and when we place other people on a pedestal in our lives, it gives our power away for our own kind of thinking, right? So we're not really thinking for ourselves anymore. We're letting other people think for us. And that's not really a good way that you want to go about life, is having other people dictate basically their views onto your life, right? Because maybe their views and their way of doing things is not going to work for you in your life. I noticed that when I really kind of released certain mentors or people that I used to idolize, or my gurus, I became a much different person, because I used to be extremely judgmental, and I thought that being judgmental was totally normal. But I realized that having that type of kind of attitude, or having those thoughts and those beliefs, was kind of like limiting in my life, and it created a lot of conflict. And I just thought that those people screw those people, whatever, they just don't know, or whatever. And, I've really kind of relaxed myself around that. Really kind of relaxed myself. And if people choose to live a different life than me now, or I just don't care that much anymore. I really don't care. And it's this kind of acceptance that people are allowed to live whatever life that they want to live. But when we kind of get this idea from a guru, and they're like, this is the truth, and you have to take the truth and spread it around, even though you don't even know for yourself whether or not it works. That's kind of where I think there can be some problems in our lives, because we're not thinking for ourselves anymore. One of the most important things that I like to think and talk about is that you kind of want to view life almost as like an experiment in a way. It's kind of like this awesome kind of growth experiment. So you experiment with new things in your life, and based on your experiment, how it works in your life, either you fail, either you succeed, whatever happens, but you learn from that experience. And when we just take what other people say as a truth, and we just kind of put our head to the ground and try to make it work, even though all the signs are kind of telling us that it's not working in our life, then we kind of lose our own kind of thinking power there. We're not really actually thinking for ourselves anymore, until we finally actually start to think for ourselves, maybe sometime down the road. But that's where you really actually start to become a more kind of authentic and real person, is when you can actually look at somebody in the eye and tell them, this is what worked for me. I tried this before, didn't really work for me. But the thing is that based on your own experience, not based on the experience of somebody else. So it's great that we can read books. Books are amazing. I love reading books. But guess what? I have to try things out in the book to see whether or not it works in my life. If it works in my life, that's great. If it doesn't work in my life, that's great too. But the thing is, I know based on my own experience, that it doesn't work for me. So this idea of having a guru in your life that whatever they say is going to be true, you want to just kind of banish those thoughts. What you want to do is you want to take what they say as something that you may want to experiment in your life. So say you want to change how you eat. You want to eat like a high carbohydrate, vegan diet. Try it out for your life. Try slamming in 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day. See how it works. Some people it doesn't work. Other people it does. I know I can eat a lot more calories than most people. I know a lot of people that when they start eating too many calories, it really starts to actually affect their life in a negative way. We're all kind of different, right? Like the idea that we're all the same and that our bodies react all the same way is just not a good way to think, because we all have such unique histories. We all have unique thought patterns as well. We have to actually kind of look at ourselves as unique people, and that you just can't put this like cookie cutter thing on top of us and that everything that one person says is going to work for us. Banish the idea of gurus from your life. Become your own guru. Decide things for yourself, whether or not they work in your life, not based on the experience of others. It's just going to be a lot easier. And you're going to be able to speak with a lot more confidence when you're actually talking about topics. That's why I do experiments on this channel, so that I can show you guys that this worked for my life, this didn't, or like whatever, right? I think that's a really important thing to start to kind of take upon your life, is that you have to be your own guru. Awesome. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Peace out.